What's up, guys? Back with another video. Today I kind of wanted to talk about something that's kind of been like a stereotype in video games, or a stereotype in geek culture or anything like that, which stereotypes are typically, I guess are real, factual in a sense, I guess, whatever. They come from statistics, so it seems like, even through like the 80s and the 90s to 2000s, where we're at right now, that, if you like video games, if you like Star Wars, if you like Lord of the Rings, if you like, anything geeky, anything science fiction, Dungeons and Dragons, you name it, you go out, you do it, you have fun, you play it, that a lot of the players, a lot of the gamers are out of shape. Which, maybe it's true, maybe maybe most are. I mean, when I go to conventions, when I go to certain places to play D&D, or when I see other gamers out, like gamer t-shirts, you can kind of tell, GameStop, whatever. I would say, yeah, most seem to be kind of out of shape. And I always kind of wondered that, why is that? It's always been around. People always make the joke, you're in the basement, mom's basement, Doritos, Mountain Dew, which is great. I love Doritos, I love Mountain Dew. Obviously, it's not great for you, but, I love eating it. I love drinking it. But, I always think about, how can we kind of get away from that stereotype? I'm not going to change everything. You can only change yourself, I believe. And, you can give advice or give tips to people that might ask you what you think, your opinion, but you can only really change yourself. So, this video is just to kind of like talk about, what can you do to kind of balance gaming and living a healthy life. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm, bodybuilder, athletic football player, baseball player, the best shape ever. I'm not. I used to not even work out, like 5 years back. Not even that much. Maybe, no, actually more than that. Maybe like at least 8 years back. I was on and off. But as we get older, our bodies are, they're going. We get stronger, but we're still going to get weaker as we get older. And we want to be around long enough to play video games. You got, Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out, and the whole joke was, am I going to be alive to play Grand Theft Auto 6? Who knows? Nobody really knows, but, what can we do to kind of, stick around for it if you're excited for it, stay in shape, So, I like to ask, what do I do? What should I do to kind of stay in shape while still being a gamer and still liking, geek stuff? Pretty much what I do is, with my job that I have, which is in the EMS and the fire world, I have to stay in shape. I don't really have a choice in that matter. It's kind of like the uniform. I have to be active. I have to be in shape for my job. If it wasn't for that, I still would want to be. I believe that, sitting around in front of a computer for 8 hours, fine, or more, great. Have fun, do your thing. But, how much time are we spending on our own health? Are we eating a little better, maybe a little bit, unhealthy at night when we're streaming or when we're gaming? Because we all have done it. I've done it before. I try to kind of not do it as often, especially at 36. As I get older, I'm trying to cut back on certain things like that. So I usually like to have like a schedule that, if I'm gaming for at least 5 or 6 hours, that I know in the back of my head that I have to go get up, walk, run, get to the gym, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, just stand up and be more active. It's not the most healthiest thing to be sitting down for so long. Anything, blood clots can happen, and I've heard stories about that. People just stand up and they just collapse. They've been sitting down for so long, not drinking enough water, not standing up. So let's start with like step one. Just sitting up, standing up. Have a long session of gaming. Stand up, stretch your legs, Stretch your arms, stretch your back. You're sitting like a shrimp. Stretch your back out. How are you sitting? Things like that could definitely help with your health and longevity, at least when you're gaming. Get the blood flow going. Make sure you're drinking water. If you're drinking soda, okay, how much soda are you drinking throughout the whole session? You know, are you drinking like 1 can of Mountain Dew, or are you drinking like 7? Some guys do it. Some girls do it. You know, I don't anymore. I used to back in the day. I can drink like 8 Cokes. My body's not like that anymore, and I just know that I don't want that inside me. So, you know, what are we eating? Are we eating like, you know, pizza? Okay, sure. Have a slice of pizza, but we having like 8 slices in one sitting while gaming. You know, what are we doing? Or, you know, maybe like a little healthier snack, eat peanut butter, you know, with like some celery. Just kind of thinking outside the box to kind of keep your energy up, and it's not taking a toll on your health while you're sitting down and gaming. Second, I would say the gym. You know, do you have a gym membership? Do you work out outside in the back? Maybe set a schedule that will kind of help you with an alarm. Maybe an alarm that sets it that, all right, 3 hours of gaming, I'm gonna go hit up the gym. Then I can come back to do whatever I gotta do. You know, either if that's gaming or anything else. So just something that sets a schedule, sets a pattern for you that will help you in the long run. We all want to be around for the next games, right? More importantly, we all want to be around in general. We want to be around for our family and our friends. But we're talking about gaming here. We want to be around for the big games that are coming out. We're all excited for the new games that are coming out. The Game Awards just showed a bunch of good games and some not so good games, but whatever. Good games that we want to be around for. So I know sometimes it's difficult because we're having so much fun in our video games. We're having so much fun with our friends that we kind of forget about working out and, you know, taking care of ourselves. But kind of put that in your head. Be more conscious of it. You know, it's like, how long have I been sitting? When's the last time I worked out? You know, maybe put a schedule, an alarm clock to kind of help you out with that. I think it's very important that as we get older, we just be more conscious of our health, even when we're young. But, you know, it's going to come to a time that we're, you know, 50, 60 years old, 70. People still play at 50, they play at 60. Do you want to be that person that's still playing at 50 and 60 years old? Who knows what's going to be out? It's going to be a lot of fun. Be around for it. You know, be around for your family, be around for your friends. But I kind of just wanted to point that out and see what you guys thought about it. Sometimes, honestly, I don't feel like going out to work out, but I know I have to for work and for myself in general. In general, myself should be before work when it comes to working out because that's your health. Job or not, what you have, it's your health. And, you know, I just wanted to come out and say what I thought about it. I think we could break the stereotype. I see plenty of streamers that have like workout videos and they game. You know, a couple that are out there. And I know a Healthy Gamer on YouTube is great. Check out his channel, Healthy Gamer. He talks more about physicality and emotional health also. And he's a gamer. Because, you know, we're still humans. Even though we're gamers, we're consumers or streamers or viewers of Twitch or YouTube. We love gaming, but we need to take care of ourselves. And that's definitely a big deal. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. I'm going to keep trying to pop more videos out, keep going strong. I'm on Twitch again. I was on streaming last night, twitch.com, AC Macho Man. You can find me on there, and on IG, if you want to follow, AC Macho Man, also on there. But I appreciate you guys watching the video. Also, thank you, Anthony, for finding this pick for the video. And thanks a lot. Guys, have a good day.